To say the portal has been active in college basketball would be the understatement. 252 players went in the very first day the portal was open. I think that number is somewhere north of 600 people in the portal right now, including our friend.
Nimari Burnett is with us. He's joining us throughout the NCAA tournament this week, and then after around the Final Four next week, or the championship game next week, presented by Vulcan Tire and Automotive. Do not let car trouble interfere with your big basketball plans this March. For the best in service in the greater Birmingham area, think only of Vulcan Tire and Automotive. 4 locations in Birmingham. Learn more at vulcantireandauto.com. Welcome in, Nimari. I hope you're doing well today.
I'm doing great, man. Good to see you guys again.
Yeah, it's awesome to see you. I know the season did not end the way you wanted it to. We'll get to that, but there was a report yesterday that you yourself are in the transfer portal. Can you confirm that? Was that an accurate report?
Yes, it was an accurate report. But, I enjoyed my time with this group this season. Doesn't take away from the fact that it's a special group, a special team, and a special program.
Okay, so what goes into that a little bit? And I promise you, when you and I were walking down the hallway up at the Yum Center, I almost asked you if you were coming back. And I don't know why it was just in my head. So what goes onto this decision, and is the door open to come back or stay at Alabama?
The door is open, if conversations was to be had, and, I was, accepted with open arms. But, during that time, I really didn't know. The process was just, talk to coach after season and see where it goes from there. And always wanted to finish the season strong and wasn't having one foot in and one foot out. Was all in into beating San Diego State. And honestly, it was kind of hurtful. I didn't think that would be our last practice before San Diego State, So I was looking forward to that and possibly playing Creighton or, whoever, whom they beat. So it was definitely a tough decision. But like I said, man, this group, it's very special to me. And it's a group of people, from the players to the coaching staff to the athletic trainers, the nutritionists, the academic advisors. I've built relationships with people all over this campus, and it definitely was a tough decision.
Nimari Burnett with us, courtesy of Vulcan Tire and Automotive. They bring you Nimari throughout the NCAA tournament. He is on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. I think the perception is when a guy goes in the portal, he's disgruntled. He doesn't like his coach. He doesn't get the playing time he wants. I mean, is that a fair or unfair perception with you?
It's definitely a fair perception. As much as it's about, being disgruntled, it's also about, kind of doing what's best for yourself. And although that may sound a certain way, it's not, because you came into the situation, to better yourself as a player and as a person. And although I have done that, I do think I can, get better, even better, and, just be in a better situation. But at the same time, when it comes to players, the players on this team, the coaching staff, it wasn't like I was just super disgruntled and hated everything. No, this is one place that it was actually a very tough decision. And it was a lot of thought going into it in the last few days. Man, I don't, it's tough. I don't want to leave this place, and I don't want to leave, what I built and what this team built over this past year.
I will tell you this. It can't be NIL money because we're paying you thousands of cents.
Making a fortune
thousands
off us,
of cents, right? Loose change in your pockets all the time, no doubt. There's been 2 big departures in the coaching staff. I'm not going to try to tie you into a box here, but is there a chance those 2 guys will talk to you as well and saying, hey, I'd love you at Georgia Southern, or really I'd love you at Arkansas State? Are you open to listen to anybody, including 2 guys you're very close to?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely open. I'm open to all options, and taking a sec to just gather all the information I need to make a great decision for myself. So just looking forward to that, and looking forward to that process, but also being smart with it, doing some research and studying who are, the options that I have.
How would you describe your relationship with Coach Oates right now?
I mean, it was great throughout the season. It was times where, it wasn't super good, but that's what happens throughout a season, and especially through injuries and things like that. But no hard feelings at all. Like I texted Coach Oates after I hit the portal, and I definitely appreciate him for recruiting me in the first place, recruiting me twice even when I was in high school and after I left Texas Tech. So like it's no hard feelings at all, and I have the utmost respect for him. He always kept honest. He always told me the truth, and he made me a better person and a better player, and I'm forever grateful for that.
Okay, I don't want to put you in a spot, but you've transferred once. I would assume your intention is not to sit out. So what are you being told? How does this work for you? Because we're big fans of yours. We want to cheer for you wherever you go, depending on where you go. But we want to cheer for you wherever you go. So you tell me, how does this work for you? You're not planning to sit out a year, though, right?
No doubt. No, you're definitely right about that, and definitely want to be able to play right away and contribute right away. And part of that is becoming a grad transfer. I've collected enough credits, and we'll see how those credits transfer to the next place I go to. But kind of getting that done over the summer, and going from there.
Okay, so on the season, and we're talking to Nimari Burnett here on the next round, brought to you by our friends at Vulcan Tire. And we appreciate you joining us throughout the year. You give us great insight. This team was close, and it was so deep. Your minutes is an example of just how deep this team was. And you lose to a San Diego State team that just made you guys not play your game. So you get into the locker room, and the sudden death of it all, it's over with, just like a snap of a fingers. How does that hit a team like that, and what was the conversations like with your teammates? Some of you, I would imagine you're seeing for the last time on the same team.
Man, after that game, and as the game was going, closing in this last minute, it was like, man, this is not how I imagined it. Especially us having a lead in the second half and us going on our like typical second half run, like, oh yeah, we're here. And then for it to all, just go away in a matter of like a few possessions was very tough to see. And like that feeling creeped in, and it was like, man, this is really over. Like we put in a lot of work this year. We had high aspirations of and high goals of winning it all. And for that to come to the end like that in that fashion, to a great San Diego State team, but a team that we also thought, we could win against. It was definitely tough. And in the locker room, of course our heads was down, and we were just down about it because we knew like we had what it took to win it all, and we have what it takes to win it all. So it was definitely tough and kind of sad in that moment for sure.
Vulcan Tire and Automotive brings you Nimari Burnett while focusing on basketball. Don't forget about keeping your vehicle in top shape. ASE certified mechanics at Vulcan Tire and Automotive have the winning service for your family's vehicle. See more at vulcantireandauto.com. Listen, you've forgotten more basketball than I know, but sitting there in the Yum Center watching it, they were surprisingly physical to me and surprisingly big to me, San Diego State. Was that the same experience you had during the game?
Oh yeah, for sure. I was kind of like amazed by the depth of some of their quads and biceps. It was kind of crazy. Like just but on the floor, as physical as it was, at least for me, like it wasn't all that surprising given that we watched a lot of film on them, a lot of film on their personnel and how they play, how they get into the ball, how strong they are defensively, and that we would have to use our skill to beat them. Unfortunately, we did it, but I think that skill kind of triumphs that, and we could have done a better job at that, but that's what kind of triumphs that physicality, and they definitely were physical for sure.
So before you go, if I said San Diego State, you cheer for them to win it all because they're the team that knocked you out? Do you think UConn, who beat you early in the year, is unstoppable right now? What do you think of this Final Four in Houston?
Man, that's a great question. The crazy thing is I know two people off FAU, like 4 or 5 people off San Diego State. So it was actually kind of hurtful that they beat us. And UConn, we played them early in the year, and they're really good. And UConn is playing Miami, so I would take UConn the way that they are dominating right now. I would take them over Miami and take San Diego State over FAU in a close, tough battle, though, because FAU is tougher than people may think. And right now, obviously, everybody is picking UConn, but I might have to join that train as well.
We'll talk to you about the national championship game when you join us next week. I do want to wrap with a question for you since you were in the locker room. There is another perception that with all that went on off the court, the distractions finally caught up with this team, and that's why you are out in the Sweet 16. You're in that locker room. Can you speak to that?
I don't think that was the case. We had a great season all season. Some guys that were mentally tough and, handled it great. And that because we bonded with each other. And so towards the end of the season, that didn't change. That didn't waver. And, our love for one another, our togetherness and our chemistry on the floor, kind of showed that throughout the season and towards the end. But, we didn't finish strong, and I don't believe it had to do with that. But, it's definitely a tough situation for sure.
I don't want you to give anybody's, steal their moment or anything, but would it be safe to say, would I be right in assuming that you will not be the only Alabama player in the portal?
I have no idea.
Okay.
That's a great question. But we'll see for sure.
Okay. So you haven't talked to anybody saying, okay, good deal. Just wanted to ask. Rockstar, do you have one?
Have you seen the old crumble lineup this week?
Crumble cookies. Yes.
You seen the crumble lineup?
I'm going to tell you something. I had one. I got convinced by my wife to buy another pack, but the Snickerdoodle, oh, my God.
Is it so good?
Oh, my God. So I would suggest that one this week is the Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodle, Nimari.
The icing is legit.
I was going to ask, does it have the icing on it? Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, the icing is the best part. Get after it.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, but see, we're sort of your crumble cookie money, that little extra money. I mean, you're going to have to find somebody like us at your next stop to keep that crumble cookie fix going.
No, for sure, man. Like, I appreciate you guys for that.
One thing, we can't keep you in great clothes or new J's or anything, but we can keep you in crumble cookies.
That's right. I think we paid for some crumble cookies. All right, Nimari, listen, I know a lot of ground we had to cover there. I appreciate your honesty. Thank you for the time with us, and we look forward to talking with you about the championship game next week.
Thank you. Look forward to it.
All right, have a great week. That is Nimari Burnett, the Alabama guard in the transfer portal. And he is presented each week by Vulcan Tire and Automotive. Do not let car trouble interfere with your big basketball plans this March. For the best in service in the greater Birmingham area, think only of Vulcan Tire and Automotive. 4 locations in the Birmingham area. Learn more at VulcanTireandAuto.com. When the news broke yesterday, I said, listen, this does not mean he's gone. Guys enter the portal and come back. After that interview, I would be very surprised if he's in Tuscaloosa.